Hey y'all, it's your girl Ray, but you should already know that. I went and I recorded a tutorial for this look. And for this look, I used the 39L Morphe palette. It is the Hit the Lights palette. First of all, I'd like to say huge shout out and huge thank you to my girl Marquetta, because without her, this video would not have even happened. Because I was randomly posting this picture of this palette on my story. I was walking around the Morphe store and I was like, oh, I want this palette. And then she hit me up my DMs. Long story short, she was like, you got Cash App? I'm like, yeah. She was like, check your Cash App. She said, get the palette. I was like, what? Sis bought us the palette. So let's thank her. Thank you, girl. Because do you see this? I was like, I will not let your creations, I will not let your money go to waste. So if you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned. So jumping into the second red in that Morphe palette, I'm just going to pack this in the shape of a, I guess you can say like a whale or like a dolphin. Yeah. Like a wing shape. So now I'm going to go ahead and diffuse it. And as you're going to see, I'm going to continuously pack this shade on until it's opaque and also till it's a little bit closer to my brow. Pack, 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 blend, 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 do your thing, you must win, hey, hey. All right, jumping into that first red in the palette. It's kind of like an orangey red. I'm going to go ahead and tap this on the top because I like to use the lighter colors for the outer area a lot of the times and the deeper colors towards the crease kind of to create some dimension. And I'm just going to go ahead and work those together, do a little diffusing. Y'all know I love to say fusion. That's my word. Yeah, yeah. So now I'm going to go into this brownish color and tap this lower in my inner crease. Finally starting to really show some dimension. Getting these layers in. Looking like some red velvet cake, a snack. Hello. So now I'm going into like this magenta looking shade, and I'm using that to mesh the red and the browns together because I feel like it'll look a little bit harsh with the two colors just standing on top of each other. So I wanted those to melt together. I was being kind of messy with this look. I wasn't really being too precise. And now you see I'm going into this black. This black was like hella rich. I was like, damn, that shit mad pigmented. I was like, I need to take it easy on this. Cause sometimes I be feeling like a beginner still when I be jumping into bold colors. Cause sometimes I still find myself learning and realizing like the techniques behind some of these eyeshadow looks. And some of the things are so simple. I'm like, wow, how come I never caught on to this a long time ago? Like some of these things are really so simple. We just be thinking too hard. So as you see, I'm still doing some layering. As you'll see, that's kind of one of the most important things that I've been learning. Now taking some pink. I didn't even really clean this brush off too much. Don't be like me, y'all. Clean your brushes. Don't be lazy. Excuse me. So I'm packing this. This is going to be my final outer layer color. I wanted this to be a little bit more on the sweet side. Love the fire and desire, but gotta have some sweetness. So that pink just had to go there. And someone requested that I use that color in this black. So I was like, let me fulfill sis dreams, okay? Going back into that magenta shade and doing a bit more fusion, keeping things from looking harsh as much as possible. And then, of course, I'm going to have to come back and add that black because when we cut this crease, we want it to be very bold. Back and forth layering, adding the reds, adding the pinks. Layer, 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 layer. So now, back with a more precise brush into that black. Getting nice and harsh with it. Oh, yeah. I want you to see it. I know that sound is annoying. My mom keep getting on me about it. I'm gonna get some batteries. Diffusing, diffusing, diffusing. Work it, work it, work it. Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it. It's time for your mythic plan yet. All right, taking some P. Louise Rumor 2 base. I'm cutting out this crease. And I didn't get it like super duper perfect because I'm going to come back and intensify that black one more again because I feel like it could be a lot more popping than what it was. And with this P. Louise, you really have to pat it. It's kind of hard to drag it and cut it like with a concealer because it gets kind of stuck. So you gotta do what you gotta do. And after I do this, I might mess up the white a little bit of the cut. So I'm just gonna come back with that P. Louise again and recut out the shape that I need. So now for the fun stuff, taking like that neon looking color, I'm gonna be packing on it in the inner corner, like and halfway through on my lid. And I forgot to mention for this entire look, I was using Coastal Scents brushes. They was coming through. Do you hear me? Yes. Like people forget about Coastal Scents. Why? Anyway, ignore my voice. I have like a tickle in my throat. It's trying not to be ugly. That purple was like iridescent and it was like glittery. It was a little bit different than I expected, but it was still so pretty. Look at it. I'm going to fill in the rest of the crease with this, including Z-Wing. Yes. And that's honestly the completion of this look. I'm going to throw on some wing eyeliner after this. You know, oh, I forgot. It's not like the completion because I still got to add the inner tear duct and the brow bone highlight and the lashes, of course, but I'll do that off of camera. Now, for this white shade, it's really like a frosty blue. You never know what you're going to get with those shades. I didn't even swatch this palette before I used it. I just jumped into it. So we both get in a first hand look at some of these things. And I was like, okay, it's blue. I'm fooling with it. I likes it. I likes it. That brow bone part, I was like, I don't know, I'm a little questionable, but it's gonna be cute regardless, yes. And then to tie in the rest of the look, I use that same hot pink that I use near my brow. I'm using it to smoke up my waterline. So that is the end of this tutorial. Thank y'all for watching this. And you know, if you want some more looks, comment and suggest, you know, or if there's some products you want to see a girl try out, tell me what you want me to try out. I'm gonna try it out. You know what I'm talking about. So thank you for watching. Here's the final looks. Subscribe and like.